Case that's trending online today and tonight. A Houston lawyer facing serious bestiality charges. And of course, he was arrested only a couple of months ago, but it is trending again. 56-year-old Stephen Swain was arrested after his wife looked at surveillance footage from last November. According to court documents, the new cameras caught him in a disturbing act with the family dog named Shipley. The alleged incident reportedly involved licking. Swain was released on bond in May. We're still taking your texts tonight. Send them to 713-581-9914. Joining us now in studio to talk about this, kinkologist Lady McAllen and attorney Emily Mitchell. So, Emily, obviously this story's trending again. You never know what will get people talking about it, but what's the latest in this case, and what are the specific allegations against him?
So the specific allegations in this particular case is bestiality. This Houston attorney is accused of doing some unseemly things with the family dog, and in the state of Texas, this is a felony. And depending on whether the dog was hurt or severely injured or not, it can be a more severe penalty. Currently, it's a state jail felony, and it carries a range of punishment from 180 days in jail to 2 years and a $10,000 fine. So he's in some deep doo-doo.
Some stuff.
And so for those who are wondering, though, this is not rare. You know, this happens in this country and in other countries where people have sex with animals, and I'm not sure exactly what extent this attorney is accused of. All we heard was licking was involved and the criminal charge of bestiality was used, but we don't know what he exactly did, or do you? You know, Emma?
I had I was tasked with the responsibility of reading through the court documents.
Unfortunately for you. I'm so sorry.
And so his allegations are that he orally engaged with the animal.
Okay. That's enough. That's
enough.
Shalom. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, pushing his doctrine of truth to the elect of the nation of Israel, who were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, pursuant to the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. And this sister here can't keep a straight face because it is, in fact, laughable. I mean, it's disgusting, but it's laughable in the sense that here it is. You have the most powerful nation on this earth, right? Nationality, Esau, Edom, right? Reducing themselves to engaging in fellatio with the family dog. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, the scriptures describe the Edomites to a T. Okay, and this is more common than you think. You know, and I think it mentioned that earlier in the video here. All right? It's quite common, but it's primarily common amongst Edomites. This is an Edomite thing primarily. Okay? Just like the pedo thing, which is primarily Edomites, bestiality is primarily an Edomite thing. I mean, they're the mightiest nation on this earth, or nation of people, nationality. But yet, they engage in sexual debauchery, right? And you would think he would use his power, his status, his wealth, to get himself a hot woman. He's married, so he shouldn't be sexually deprived from his wife unless, she's just at that age where she's just not very into it anymore, right? And if that's the case, then you go get yourself a hooker or a prostitute. But obviously he's not wanting sexual stimulation from a woman. He wants it from a dog, right? You can't make this up. Let's go to the scriptures, because the scriptures talk about and describe these Edomites. So there's no mistaking as to who it could possibly be talking about. Now, this is the book of Job, chapter 30. Subtitle here, Job's present state is humiliating. Right? So this is about Job, but it's also talking about the wicked. We know Job is an Israelite. The wicked that this is talking about are the Edomites. Okay? So there's no way in the world Job would be talking about his own people like this. All right? So we know full well that Job is righteous. Okay? He's a prophet. So we know full well that Job and his people are not Edomites. So anyway, let's start at verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Job was on to something here. How prophetic. How prophetic. He said, I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. He would not trust his dogs around these damn Edomites. Why? Because they'd either run up in him or perform fellatio on him, like this attorney here. Now let's jump down to verse 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And now am I their song, yea, I am their byword. So there's a clear distinction between Job, okay, he's a byword to them, right? Like the prophecy says in the book of Deuteronomy, we would be a byword to the heathens, right? And since we've been here in Babylon the Great, that's all we're known as, bywords, right? Niggas, Negroes, black people, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, jungle bunnies, porch monkeys, all right? Nothing but bywords. They'll never call us Israelites, okay? So this prophecy too was prophetic. Let's look up the word vile. Vile means morally despicable or abhorrent, and can also refer to something that is physically repulsive or foul. It describes actions or qualities that are considered extremely bad or disgusting. Right? And this is talking about the Edomites. It says they were viler than the earth. This is talking about the Edomites. Another definition over here. Morally depraved, ignoble, or wicked. That's the Edomites. It sums them up. If they ain't touching animals, they're touching little boys or children, babies. Right? We're not just making that up. This is biblical. The Lord is spot on. He should know. He created those devils. Right? Let's go to the book of Habakkuk. Chapter 2. Let's start at verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay? We know the Edomite soul is not upright. It's not righteous. They're incapable of doing anything righteous. Okay? And if they do something righteous, they do it under the guise of doing something righteous. But there's always an alternative motive with the Edomites. Okay? They'll go over to Africa, feed the starving Africans or Hamites, right? But what are they doing at the same time? Behind closed doors. They're giving them those shots, you know what I mean? Those vaccines, right? What else? Sterilizing the women, right? What else are they doing? Touching kids over there, right? Just all manners of wickedness and evil, right? See, they try to convince the world that they are angels of light, so they go over there, like I said, doing things that make themselves look righteous, that make themselves look altruistic, okay? But like I said, behind closed doors, they are doing wickedness. They are up to no good. Let's get one more scripture. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Okay, and this is the essence of the Edomites. Despicable, disgusting, morally depraved people, right? The scripture says, they that are younger than I, right, have me in derision, okay? And it just means spiritually younger, right? Because our spirits are much older. We're the first fruit spirits. So we're the oldest spirits on this earth, okay? Anyway, didn't want to make this, Salaki, I looked up bestiality real quick. Just look it up. We all know what it means, but I didn't know about this variant called zoophilia. Okay, let's read it, a little bit of it. Bestiality I can't even say it. Bestiality refers to cross-species sexual activity between humans and non-human animals, while the two terms are often used interchangeably. It differs from zoophilia. Look at this. Look at these disgusting mongrels. Oh my gosh. Look at this. A goat. Really? Man, we got to get out of here. We must get salvation. And we got people like this ruling over us, making laws, right? Unrighteous decrees. Salakia. It differs from zoophilia, which describes the attraction toward animals, but not the act. Attractive. Just think about that. Being being sexually attracted to animals. I mean, these are some sick, twisted, demented minds. Describes the attraction toward animals but not the act. Due to the lack of research on the subject, it is difficult to conclude how prevalent bestiality is. Bullshit. Right? They know everything there is to know about it. They're just too ashamed to come forward with the information because they know that a good number of us, especially Israelites, we don't engage in filth and debauchery like that. Okay, well, I'd say the vast majority of us, you just never hear us being accused of doing stuff like that. It's always these Edomites engaging in wickedness. Anyway, enough of it. Shalom.